What up, YouTube? Survivalist News. Back here again. Just want to talk about Albert Pikes' 3 World Wars, the letter he sent to Mazzini, or Mazzani, or however you say his name. But anyway, let's get into it. Albert Pikes' letter to Mazzini dated August 15th, 1871. We're going to read these off and, give some context of current events. So let's go ahead and do this shit. Know what I mean? Alright. The First World War must be brought about in order to permit the Illuminati to overthrow the power of the Tsars in Russia, and of making that country a fortress of atheistic communism. Atheistic communism. Illuminati. Atheistic communism. Luciferian doctrine, atheistic communism. Anyway, let's continue. The divergence is caused by the agentur or agents of the Illuminati between the British and Germanic empires will be used to foment this war. At the end of the war, communism will be built and used in order to destroy the other governments and in order to weaken the religion. If you've, studied any about the First World War, you know that all of this came to fruition pretty much exactly how Albert Pike planned. Alright, now let's move to the Second World War. As you'll see, same thing as the First World War, just shows how far this goes along. This was written in 1871, way before World War I, way before World War II. Third World War, of course, hasn't happened, but let's sneak back into the Second World War. And Albert Pike wrote to Mazzini, the Second World War must be fomented by taking advantage of the differences between the fascists and political Zionists. This war must be brought about so that Nazism is destroyed and that the political Zionism be strong enough to institute a sovereign state of Israel and Palestine. The Balfour Declaration. Look. To institute a sovereign state of Israel and Palestine. Remember, 1871. The Balfour Declaration was signed 65 years later, after 1871. Ain't that weird? Sovereign State of Israel. 1940s, when Israel first started, talk started of Israel becoming a state. Then Palestine and Gaza got the brunt of it, but let's continue. During the Second World War, international communism must be strong enough in order to balance the Christendom, which would be then restrained and held in check until the time when we would need it for the final social cataclysm. What I think he meant here is, exactly what happened. They needed somebody to rise to power like Hitler, but then you had Hitler rise to power, and they blamed the Holocaust on him in order to be strong enough to institute a sovereign state of Israel and Palestine. It was always about the Jews. They say Hitler killed all the Jews, but Hitler didn't kill all the Jews. The Jews killed the Jews and blamed it on Hitler in order to get strongholds all over the Middle East, pretty much all over the world, to start setting up after the Second World War. That's why they funded both sides of World War I and World War II, because if you fund both sides, you can't be the loser. You'll win either way. So you have the land, you have the money. Yep. Now let's go to the Third World War. The Third World War must be fomented by taking advantage of the differences caused by the agentur or agent of the Illuminati between the political Zionists and the leaders of the Islamic world. The war must be conducted in such a way that Islam, the Muslim Arabic world, and political Zionism, the state of Israel, and they say Zionism isn't real, that Zionism just pretty much a club. Yeah, okay. Okay, Zionism isn't global domination, no way. But in political Zionism, the state of Israel mutually destroy each other. Meanwhile, the other nations, once more divided on this issue, will be constrained physically, morally, spiritually, and economically into exhaustion. We shall unleash the nihilists and the atheists, and we shall provoke a formidable social cataclysm, which in all its horror will show clearly the nations the effect of absolute atheism, origin of savagery, and the most bloody turmoil. We see these statues of, what's that thing called? I knew it started talking. You know, the Luciferian statues they put up in Oklahoma and across the Midwest and stuff. Absolute atheism. They're talking about destroying Christianity, destroying all religions, really, pitting them against each other. But let's go ahead and finish off what Pikes had to say. Then everywhere the citizens obliged to defend themselves against the world minority of revolutionaries will exterminate those destroyers of civilization and the multitude disillusioned with Christianity, whose deistic spirits will from that moment be without compass or direction, anxious for an idea, but without knowing where to render its adoration, will receive the true light through the universal manifestation of the pure doctrine of Lucifer. Albert Pike said it, 1871. It's not just a conspiracy. If it's just a conspiracy, then why has all of this come to pass? And why is the Third World War coming to pass now? But anyway, will receive the true light through the universal manifestation of the pure doctrine of Lucifer, brought finally out in the public view, which has been brought out to the public view with this transgender 5G type shit that's fucking cooking us from the inside probably. You got our freaking children being taught about anal sex in 1st and 2nd grade, having our children having to see fucking 12-inch long dildos. Oh, man. But this is just a conspiracy. This manifestation will result from the general reactionary movement, which will follow the destruction of Christianity and atheism, both conquered and exterminated at the same time. That's where the one world religion goes in. They don't want you to have any beliefs of your own, whether you're a Muslim, a Christian, a Jew, an atheist. It doesn't matter because you don't believe what they believe. You know, in fucking Luciferianism. They want everybody in their little one world religion and their new world order to all think the same. And that's where the rise of AIs come in. Because they want like a AI fucking godhead type thing that everybody must bow down to. If you don't bow down to it, then you should probably know what happened next. What will happen next. But here's some stuff. I might read a little bit of it, but I'll leave the link for libertyforlife.com with this whole article down in the description box. So you can read the rest. It's a really great article, and I suggest anybody read it who's interested. Now let's read this. To get a taste of how far the Jesuits will go, to read the Jesuit Oath of Office filed in the Library of Congress. Extracts from the Jesuit Oath of Office. I do further declare that I will help, assist, and advise all or any of the Holiness's agents in any place where I should be in Switzerland, Germany, Holland, or America, or in any other territory I shall come to, and do my utmost to extirpate the heretical, Protestant, or Masonic doctrines and destroy all their pretended powers, legal or otherwise. I do further promise and declare that I will, when opportunity presents, make and wage relentless war, secretly or openly, against all heretics, Protestants, and Masons, as I am directed to do, to extirpate and exterminate them from the face of the whole earth, and that I will spare neither age, sex, nor condition, and I will burn, hang, waste, boil, flay, strangle, bury alive these infamous heretics, open up the stomachs and wombs of their children, and crush their infants' heads against the walls in order to annihilate their execrable race, whatever the fuck that means. Okay, one more paragraph that's kind of interesting. That when the same cannot be done openly, I will secretly use the poison cup, the strangulation cord, the steel of the poniard, or the leaden bullet, regardless of the honor, rank, dignity, or authority of the persons, whatever be their condition in life, either public or private, as I at any time may be directed to do so by any agent of the Pope or superior of the Brotherhood of the Holy Faith of the Society of Jesus. The quotes from the Jesuit oath shown here were entered into the Congressional Record, 62nd Congress, 3rd Session, House Bill 1523, Library of Congress, catalog card number 66-43354, Volume 49, Part 4, pages 3215 to 3216. Now, as I said before, I suggest, if you're interested in it, reading this article all the way. It's got a great amount of information in it, especially down here. Click that link. Catholic priest pedophiles, Bush and Hitler. It's some really good eye-opening stuff. But I've rambled on long enough, and that's just what the father of the Masons, the father of the New World Order, the father of the Luciferian doctrines had to say back on August 15th, 1871. And yes, he has been on target with his predictions. Or is this a prediction, or is this an outline and a plan for other people like Pike in the future to be able to go by in order to get their New World Order plan across? But I'm out. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Peace, YouTube.